All right. Hello, guys. I get a lot of questions usually from students that are with me and people that really just want more information on investment in general. Um, and the way that my preference is when it comes to stock investing, I like to invest in Roth IRA accounts that's going to offer me tax-free advantages by the time it's time to retire. By the time they say it's time to retire, I think it's time to retire whenever, really. But ultimately, I'm growing my stocks in there tax free, which works a lot better than people that are getting taxed every single year on Robinhood and Webull. So if you're that person, maybe you want to start thinking about potentially moving your stocks that are on Robinhood and Webull, so on and so forth, over to IRA accounts. That's gonna be offering you either tax free advantage, such as the Roth, or tax credits every year, which is going to be the traditional IRA. And then for my kiddo, she's 3, I have UGMA accounts, and those are going to be for her. That those act as a trust fund for her. I also trade stocks there as well. So what you want to do is you want to go to the Merrill Lynch. I'm doing no Merrill Lynch just because that's the brokerage that I have. There's other brokerages such as Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, Vanguard, Charles Schwab, so on and so forth. There's a couple others, but I'm just doing it on Merrill Lynch because that's the brokerage that I have and that's the one that I know. But you're more than welcome to go ahead and create one with any other broker that you are familiar with or that you like and have the right benefits for you. That's all you're your own person. You ask 10 people, you'll get 10 different answers. So do what's best for you. What's best for me is Merrill Lynch, since I am already banked with Bank of America. With that being said, like, you want to choose the self-directed option. All I did was go to my internet browser and I went to Merrill Lynch, open account. So it's a self-directed, and it brings you scroll all the way down to the screen and you get an option to ready to get started, and you want to hit get started. So you can either help you get started, I want to understand my options, or show me all the accounts. Go ahead and show you all the accounts. It's gonna be a lot easier that way. I'll give you a couple different options to take a look at. The 3 options that I have is the Roth, the traditional, and the UGMA account for my kiddo's trust fund. They can either pay for education out of the account or whatever needs that they have. By the time they're 18 or 21 years old, they will have access to this account, because it's not you. One thing to understand about this account is it's not your account. Now, I've seen people create UGMA accounts and grow them to $50,000, and now they feel the need to go ahead and withdraw from the account, which technically, on the technicality, you can, because as long as the needs are for the child. Some people lie though, but I love my kids, so I wouldn't do that to her. I create this account for her to put money inside. So any extra money that I have after my investing, I put money in this account for her, and I trade this account the very same way that I trade my Roth IRA account and traditional IRA accounts. It's all about some preference, and it's really not about how much money that you make. It's how much money you keep. These 3 accounts help me keep my money, rather than investing in Robinhood or Webull. I guarantee you're going to pay more in taxes than me. Like, I'll make more than you, but you'll pay more in taxes than me every single year, because you are using just retail brokerages when you need an actual brokerage in order to be successful with this. So I just think it's a smart way. I wasn't financially aware about this until a couple years ago. So I've been investing in these accounts for the last 4 years. And at this point, this is way before I even started trading and investing. Like, I learned about these accounts when I was serving tables at like Me Casina, and had gotten fired from Brio. And that's really when I made the transition of, this world is not playing any games. Like, if I want to succeed, I have to do it on my own terms. And the Roth IRA accounts and the traditional IRA accounts and the UGMA accounts is where I started. So ultimately, you guys know me as a Forex trader because I've been trading Forex for the last 5 years. And right now, you guys see that I'm in options as well. I've been trading options for the last 2 years successfully. And then I also, what is it? I'm also in binaries and stock investing. And that's just coming from me having not even having the will to want to win, but just in general wanting to win, not wanting to be broke every single like not wanting to be broke every single day of my life. Because, like, let's say this, for example, when I was 18, 19, and 20, I worked at Papado for what, 3 years before I got fired. And I'm telling you, just like you guys, I made probably $80,000 a year at Papado all 3 of those years. By the time I got fired, I had absolutely nothing to show for that because, like, the way that I see people do it now, like for example, the way that my family is, they like to spend money. YOLO, you only live once, yada yada yada. And their thing was, why are you always investing your money? Like, I don't get it. Like, they didn't even want to give me Christmas presents because I was always investing the money that they gave me into these accounts and trading stocks. So I would say the last 2 years have been some of my biggest years. And now they're like, oh, to where it's like I'm successful enough to be able to pay them every single month. Like, not pay them like a ton of money, but, give them a little something each month to where they don't have to worry about where this money's coming from or how I'm going to pay my car note. Now, I know that the way that they spend their money, but that's coming from, just me. Like, I know that you cannot change people. And when I first started doing this, like that stuff used to piss me off because I'm just like, why doesn't anyone want better for themselves the way that I want it better for myself? Now, looking back on that, I want you guys to keep in mind, I'm 25 years old now. I started really getting into the investing side of things at 20 years old. My family's background is I didn't have anyone that's in the financial background. Like, there's some teachers in my family. There's a couple of blue collar workers in my family. Other than that, really nothing extravagant. So the knowledge that I built came from me going out to find the knowledge. Now, this video here is me giving you the knowledge because I want everyone to be self-aware and financially aware, not only for you, but for your kiddos as well. Like, I have a 3-year-old, and every video that I do, she is next to me as well because I want her to, I know she doesn't fully understand it now because she's 3, but I want her to start, getting into the language and understanding how to talk business and what to look at. I have her on what was it? I have my credit cards to where I want to start building her credit as well because, man, I don't know about any other culture, but for some reason, the Black culture, we set our kids up for failure. Now, with that being said, I don't know about y'all's family, but a few of my friends' family is their stories are, yeah, my credit's so bad because when I was younger, my mama used to put the light bill or the phone bills in the kids' names, and then they would default on those, and it doesn't really affect your parents; it affects the kids. So that their credit's like screwed up from the beginning. You see what I mean? So I can't honestly say my mom did that for me, and I don't think she ever did that. But the point I'm trying to get at is, I feel like with the Black community, especially, we need to do better. Not only for ourselves, but for our offsprings. Now, I know some people may not be able to do that because of different circumstances. I understand that. But at this point, we're in 2020, we're rolling into 2021. Like, we just have to do better. Like, you cannot keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different outcome. It's just not going to work. So if you're still working and you've been working for 8 years and you still are having to work every single day to make ends meet, guess what? That's not working for you. Now, if you're spending all your money on stuff that's not going to provide you income and investing your money in something that's going to, make a difference in your life, then you need to change something. The point that got me is, looking back, when I made $80,000 a year, I was pissed off when I got fired. I had nothing, and I lost everything once I got fired from Papado. With that being said, that was the fire that I needed under my butt, because had I not got fired, until this day, what I think about is I would have still been there because I was making so much money and I was having a blast at 18, 19, and 20 years old. But me getting fired from there, the very next year, I started getting into trading Forex. Now, my learning curve was a year and a half long, but like I'm talking about, I was losing every single month, every single week, every single day was a loss to me for a year and a half. But I didn't let that stop me. At the same time, I'm losing money in Forex, and I'm working at Brio at this point after I get fired from Papado, and I'm making maybe $100 to $200 a night. So what I did was I'd I'd make $100 to $200, and I split the difference. So 100 of it would go into my Forex account. Because I'm telling you, like, when I tell y'all that I understand the psychology of why you guys are doing the way that you do, it's because I've already been through it, and it was recent too. Like, I haven't been this successful this long. Like, it's new money, so I understand what you guys blowing your account to want to put more money in there to try to make some more money and make the loss back that you had. That's revenge trading. I've already done that. I understand that, what is it? You guys want to be a one-hit wonder, because I want it to be a one-hit wonder too, but it's just not the way that's going to work. And it may work for some people, but I guarantee it won't work for everyone. You might get lucky, but I guarantee, like, you keep losing the wrong way. I mean, you keep winning the wrong way over and over and over again. Eventually, you're gonna lose the wrong way, and you're gonna lose everything that you had, because I did that. Now, back to where I was talking about was when I was investing money, I didn't have a lot of money to invest. So I take half my money, put it in Forex. I take $50, I put it in stocks, and I take the other $50, put it in my personal bank account so I can pay my bills. So if I'm splitting my money up that way, that doesn't give me money to spend like my family's doing. Like, my family's buying iPods and Apple phones, and my ass was over here sitting with my Wook Android and just living my best life. Like, that, you have to change your mindset. Like, what is it? I would say the year that changed me was halfway through my learning curve of learning Forex, and it was for 6 months that I had cable, because cable was cool to have back then. Like, you couldn't go over nobody's house not having cable. So I canceled my cable. My phone bill, I went from AT&T to T-Mobile. T-Mobile was high, so I went from T-Mobile, where my phone bill was $200, and I moved that down to Metro, to where my same phone bill that was $200 is now $50. So that gives me more money, more cash flow to be able to move into something else. So I'm not paying this high ass cable bill. I'm not paying this high ass phone bill. My electric, I went from Green Mountain paying from $300 to $400 in the summertime in Texas, a $300 to $400 bill monthly, to moving it into some kind of private electric company to where I was paying not more than $100 a month. And that was the year that set me up, because I put all my ducks in a row. Now, this IRA account that I'm talking about, that's going to help you put your ducks in a row. This is ultimately going to you're going to gain 4% annually each year growth on the money that you put in here. And I want you to take advantage of the accounts, because I want you to max it out. Max out this Roth, max out this traditional IRA. The UGMA accounts, I'm not sure the limit on that account. I would have to check, and I'll let y'all know, but add as much money as possible in here. Now, if you're good at investing, then you invest your account. You want to trade your own accounts. Like, don't call them and have them trade for you, because that's going to be, I think it's like $50 a trade or an execution or something like that. Trade your own accounts and pull out whenever you want. If you guys are not able to do that, you're not good at that, get with me, get with Leslie, because this is what I do. Like I think you guys know me as a Forex trader, but it's bigger than Forex. It's about wealth building. So if you don't understand it, set up a session with me. I'm not free at all whatsoever. I don't want you guys to think I'm free. Like, I'm too successful for y'all to be thinking that I'm free and that I'm just going to hop on a Zoom with you and show you how to get all this done. I'll hop on a Zoom with you, but you're going to pay for my time, and I'll get you taken care of, and we can sort out this account together for you. Now, I don't want to fill out these accounts because I don't want you guys having all my information, but just click on these accounts. Start with the Roth IRA. That was the first account that I would open, and I want you guys to hit continue. If you have a Merrill Lynch account or a Bank of America account ID, hit yes. If you don't, hit no, and then go down and begin application. The application takes 5 to 10 minutes. It's not long at all, and it's literally going to change your life. And I learned this from working in the restaurant industry, because I'm talkative. Not when I was in high school, I wasn't talkative, but I was late. Sorry, that's my cat. This takes 5 to 10 minutes. I learned this talking to some guy at the bar when I was working at Mi Casino. He was going through a hard time in life, but I worked in South Lake. This is what it is. So I was poor, but I worked in a rich neighborhood. So what I did was I was just talking to them. Now, the people that are with Leslie and I, if you're in our wealth building group for options, or if you're in my Forex group, I share that with you guys because like I've already made that transition. So I want to share the information that I know, because I know it's hard to get, because I had to search for the information. Like, I'm giving you this, and this is not even all that I know. I'm just telling you a little bit of what I know. So with that being said, like, he was telling me, he was sitting at the bar having a rough time in his life. I think he was going through a divorce. He brought up how he keeps his money in Roth IRA accounts. Now, South Lake, I want you guys to search South Lake in Texas. It's literally one of the richest cities in Texas, and I was working as a server in Mi Casino. So now, if you get talkative with the guests, they start dishing out gems to you. All you got to do is pay attention to the gems that they're dishing out. You get what I'm saying? So if you guys want to make just a small change to your financial career, start a Roth IRA account, start a traditional IRA account, and start a UGMA account for your kids. If you love your kids, and if you say you love your kids and you don't start a UGMA account for them, like I don't know what your love is, because I love my kiddo and I want to make sure she's set up whether I'm here or not. If I'm here, that just means that my kiddo's not going to be in my pocket, because she's going to have over a couple $1 million accounts in these UGMA accounts. And I'm telling you, it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep. And the fact that I started putting $50 at a time to where now I could put a couple thousand at a time and max out the Roth IRAs at the beginning of the year, every single year, and then just trade the accounts that way. That was just a huge game changer for me. And I just can't stress enough to where if you do not have one of these accounts, then you're doing yourself a disjustice. But you guys let me know if you have any questions. I'm not going to fill out these because I don't need you guys with all my information. But yeah, these 3 accounts, definitely pay attention to. If you have a IRA account with your job, you can roll it over to this account. If you're married, here's a joint brokerage account as well, so on and so forth. But I really hope this video helped you guys.